to Because Reading is Sexy.
Woo, we're back.
We're back for Ep 5.
Episode 5.
Yep. We didn't really talk about it in the last episode because the last episode was pre-recorded. But we did miss out a couple weeks there. I think Sadie and I getting our sea legs with like uni and whatnot and just sort of balancing our schedules. But
it was overwhelming, and then the overwhelming part of uni factored in with the overwhelming technology of things just not wanting to work when they should be working. Also, I want to do a quick shout out to my dad.
Shout out Marcus!
Hi Dad, thanks for tuning in. Although this episode may not mean very much to you, nor are you probably going to be interested in it. So
would you be very interested in the last one?
No, tune off now.
Okay, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about our favourite book tropes.
Yeah.
Ooh, which I feel like we share a lot of common ground on.
Yeah. Well, there's no like real wild strays. Like Sadie's not gonna come up with like a Step Brothers one. Guys, she loves
stop. We've just spoke about my dad listening to this. And now you're I'm an only child as well. Leave me alone.
That's where she gets her fix.
My number one, fresh in the brain, straight to the head. Enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Come on.
That was the top of my list. And again, it's not ranked, but like that was the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I have some stipulations about this one. I like true enemies to lovers.
Yeah, not just
I hate, and I don't know, some people like it.
Ooh.
I hate insta-love. I hate love at first sight. I don't like it. I don't like it. I actually really like when there's development from really not liking someone to like loving someone. Yeah.
And I think that's what makes for a good book and a good plot when you're actually like, it's all good having like a lovey-dovey plot line somewhere in the mix, but you want to be invested in that. And that's not just there as like, oh, they've just put them together for the sake of it. Do you know what I mean? You're invested in the love and the plot.
I like when there's like chemistry and like, you know, they don't even realize that it's there and like side characters realize that they're like, that's fine. Yeah. It's just the instant, it's like, I'll immediately be turned off from a book by that. So I like a true enemies to lovers. I like when they actually truly hate each other in the beginning.
Yeah, not just like oh
my god,
we were in high school and he was rude to me once and now I hate him and now we love each other. Like, I'm not here for that. I don't like that. I want him to want to kill her.
Yeah, I want them to want to kill each other in the beginning. I want them to try.
Yeah.
And fail.
I have like, I'm not gonna say, well, like Friends to Lovers is boring, but like it just...
okay. Is it one of your favorites?
But I like it. I like when there's like history.
Yeah.
And they're not just like strangers. Like I like when there's a bit like just a slow burn kind of, I would say slow burn in that like segment as well. I really love a slow burn, and especially if there's like history, that kind of thing. Yeah. If you're coming back into each other's lives.
Yeah. See, I hate Friends to Lovers.
Oh no, why?
I hate it. I think that it just hits a little bit too close to home.
Yeah, so moving on. What's your next one?
I like the trope when there's like a lost heir. Like, didn't know that they were an heir to something. To the throne.
I have that. I have into royalty unknowingly. That's what I wrote.
Into royalty unknowingly.
Arrow
like that.
and Heir.
That's very, I like the way that you said that. That was like Yoda that you said that. Into royalty unknowingly.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites as like a lost heir when they like figure out that they're like heir to a kingdom.
I've read a couple of like books recently that have had that kind of overarching theme, and I was like I didn't see it coming, but I was like, I hope this is where it's gonna go.
I mean, I usually can see it coming.
Like she's looking she's looking for a crown. Yes. She's yearning for a crown. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's her crown.
There's a few of my favorite book series. That would be a spoiler if I said anything, but like that have got like even like minor tropes like that are some of my favorites. But that kind of goes into like my next one, which is like anti-heroes. Because I like when someone who's like not a good person, kind of like kind of a very morally great character has that plot line.
Yeah.
And then they have to go into the throne. Like, I really like that.
Yeah.
I think that that's very interesting because it's all good and dandy if they're like the best person in the world and then all of a sudden they're an heir to the throne. It's like, oh, well, they'd make a good ruler.
But they've had hardship or they've had...
And they've like...
Yeah.
Done bad things. But that's like, those two play hand in hand because that's like probably one of my favorite tropes if done well. Because if it's not done well, then it's just derivative and it just reads like other things that I've read before. But yeah, those two.
Love. Okay, next I have the one and only Mates. Fated Mates. Bonded, whatever. That. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Recent Farah.
I like when there's like a deeper connection.
That, like, for anyone who has read ACOTAR, like...
Yeah. I wouldn't want that... The funny thing is like, I would only want that in a fantasy book. Like, imagine if that was...
Oh my god.
Like, in a romance
reading, like, a contemporary romance, and you're like, we're fated, mate. Like...
That's when it's icky, but then in fantasy, I'm like...
And also, like, that feeds into, like, mated, like, animals.
Okay.
Because, like, Xaden and Violet's dragons are mated.
I didn't know where she was going with that. I was really confused.
Or, like, a book that I've just read, there is mated wolves.
Okay.
Which you don't find out, like, about until later. What?
Is that a spoiler?
No, because you don't know who you wouldn't know who I was on about. Because the whole book's based on wolves.
No, I know there's fated wolves, mated wolves.
But the whole book is
spoiler.
The whole book is based on wolves, so it could be any wolf you read.
Okay, perfect.
So I'll leave that there. That little nugget.
One of my favorite, like, world building tropes is, like, training montages. I love a training montage, and I love it when it's, like, actually real, and, like, they have a mentor or something that's, like, teaching them something, like, I really like that, like, sparring. I think that's fun. I always really enjoy that,
Especially when, like, I like it when it's not just, like, they're not just going easy on her. Like, they're actually, like...
Yeah. They're... Like, I like really competent. Like, I mean, the whole kind of novice going to, like, an expert thing is fun, but I like when someone's, like, really good at what they do, and then you kind of get to see them and they, like, take everyone out in the room. It's like, yeah, that's sick. I enjoy that. Yeah. And that's that. My
next one is... I feel like this is still on, like, the kind of fantasy genre, but it could go for romance as well, but like Grumpy and Sunshine, like, especially when I feel like I've read it more where it's like the male main character is the grumpy brooding one.
I would like to see that,
but I've not
switch though.
Well, Nesta and Cassian are a little bit like that. What? Why do you feel like...
No, I love them so much as a couple.
No, you don't.
I know.
Well, but like, obviously, like, Sadie and Violet. I wouldn't exactly say she's like Sunshine, but like, she's very like...
Yeah, I think I'd like to see that more in like, that I'd like to see that switch in like contemporary romance. I mean, I have seen more like... He's the golden retriever, she's the black cat, which I guess is kind of a similar thing.
But not in the sense of like a fantasy kind of.
Yeah. There's like an Emily Henry book that I'm thinking of in particular that's quite like that. It's Book Lovers.
Oh my god, sorry, the Love Hypothesis, Adam and Olive.
Yeah.
That is so like Grumpy Sunshine. And I wrote as well, like, small elements to show that, like, they care, like, they're only, like, nice to them. And my example of that was, like, when Zayden and Violet were, like, not a thing, but then he made the saddle for her.
Yeah.
And it's, like, little things like that that's, like, oh, they hate each other, but, like, oh, he cares. Like, I think that's so nice. That. And I feel like elements like that build on that. It's even better when they just fall in love.
Yeah.
It's great.
I like that. I feel like I shouldn't have put these two next to each other because they're both sort of like world building tropes, because this is like a location. For some reason I have this, it scratches an itch in my brain if there's like a setting of like a library and like a fantasy novel. I eat it up. It's not just fantasy, but I feel like
the description of it too.
Yes, but like a sprawling library. It's just like beautiful, big, because libraries are my favorite place to be, obviously. So like having it like explained and having a character feel the way that I do in a library also while being in a library also really gets me. But yeah, libraries, that's one of my favorite settings in the book. Location trope.
I like I don't have a location.
That's okay.
I don't have anything like that. I do like a like trail thing. Like I kind of like that. I think it's quite fun. Like that. I'm reading like that Phantasma at the moment, and they're like in like a big like manor.
Yeah.
And I quite like that. I wouldn't say it's like forced proximity, but like that you're kind of forced to get to know more of the characters because they're there all the time. And I do feel like I quite like being in the one place and all of the stuff happening in the one place. Fake relationship / fake marriage. Oh. Are you in for that or are you out for that?
I have fake dating and marriage convenience as two separate ones.
Okay. Me. Go on. You can explain.
So yes, both of those are in for me because they both have my list. I love fake dating.
Me too.
It's like, I know how this is going. I love when there's like tension. They have to like pretend around their friends, and like 90% of the time one of them is feeling it and they're like, oh, this other person doesn't feel the way they do. Yes, and they do. Duh. And then marriage and convenience is like the same thing. Yeah. Like those, I feel like those are just like the bread and butter of the romance industry, and honestly, if it's done well, I eat it up every time.
Mm-hmm. Marriage of convenience. Yes.
If I like don't care that characters are married, then I'm like, whatever. My next one is assassins.
I don't feel like I have much to.
That's okay. Assassins are probably my favorite characters ever. All of my favorite characters were like assassins. I just love the sort of like backstory behind that, like being sort of almost a human weapon. And then
I love a strong female character, one who fights, who can fight.
Yeah.
A man.
I just love I love a strong sort of like sense of moral ambiguity, like you don't know where they lie, and like sort of exploring that. I love when women are morally ambiguous because they're the characters that get the least amount of, you know, moral grayness. Mm-hmm. They're always like really righteous, and that's fantastic.
But you want a bit of that.
I think it's
a different dynamic.
Mm-hmm. I think it's interesting for a woman to not be a perfectly good person. Yeah. Because, best believe, we're not all perfectly good people. I think it's more representative. Obviously, assassins are not a good example.
Yeah, let's all become assassins.
But I really love the backstory of an assassin, and I love when a woman is an assassin. When a man's assassin, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like all your other characters, all your other
characters. When like female main character like kills someone powerful.
Yes.
I'm like,
yes. I just love it. I love supporting women's rights, and I love when they do wrongs. I'm gonna be so for real. I get so excited when women do.
I'm here for supporting women's rights and wrongs.
I get so excited when women do terrible things in books because I'm like, you know what? They never get a chance to do that IRL.
Okay, I'm going back to an Elsa Silver vibe. Okay. I just eat it up. I eat up whatever she puts down. Yeah. A single dad. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Like, I'm not a big kids in books, pregnancies, all that. I don't really care. But, like, a single dad.
Yeah. I feel like if I related to it more, I'd enjoy, like, a pregnancy trope more, but, like...
No, I don't care about that. I like it when, like, he's already a single dad.
Yes. I like when a dad... Because then you know he has, like, a deeper sense of empathy. Mm-hmm. Unless he's a really shitty dad. But, like, most of the time in romance novels, he's not a really shitty dad. So.
Cough, cough. KD. The best of the best.
Yeah.
Shall we say?
My next one is kind of a doubler. And it's forced proximity, one bed trope.
I literally have that. Nothing better than when there's one bed at the inn.
Yeah. It's especially at the inns.
It's always
be at the inn.
The dingiest last room in the inn. They always somehow know the innkeeper.
It's single bed and like they've got one doubloon. Like,
doubloon.
We can only
doubloon.
This was like gold coin.
Doubloon.
That's what I said, doubloon.
I thought you said doubloon.
No, we just have different accents. I just say things differently.
I don't have an English accent, so I don't know what that.
That wasn't an approximation of your accent. I'm just demonstrating.
But they know. Do you not think sometimes they always like they know the innkeeper or they know some of the people?
I think they
there.
Just like
oh, he's a regular.
And it's like, girl. I thought you didn't have time when you were
Yeah, like, he's sitting at this tavern every night.
Yeah, I love a tavern, honestly.
There was a bit one of the last books I read, and it was like it was like a woman who ran the tavern, and like she came over, and like the female main character was like, oh well, he'd slept with her, great, like she fancies him, and it was just literally because like he'd been to the tavern, you know, and she knew him, and then she got killed.
Spoiler alert!
You don't know what
spoiler.
book
Is it Direbound, the book that you read before last?
No.
Yes, it is. This is damn book. He's reading it and meet the tavern lady, and he's like, "You're dead. You're gone." It's like, what if she was my favorite character? What if I read her like one line and I was like, oh.
She's like a busty blonde. I think that's
I love a busty blonde.
That's how she's described.
My next one is Slow Burn, which I know we've already talked about. And it's
I've got Slow Burn / Yearning.
Yeah, Slow Burn, Yearning. But I honestly really love when it's like a series and they don't get together in the first book. Yeah. That doesn't happen very often, and I feel like because authors are scared of not giving the readers what they want. But that building, that tension.
Also, like you're telling me, like, they're not even kissing till the second book. I'm like,
because it just builds, and then it's like it's buzzy and it's fun, and like the tension is so much there. Because then I'm gonna be so honest, like even though it's like usually good, if they have sex afterwards, I'm like, oh, you guys are like already together, or they have like the third act breakup, and then it's like, oh, then they get back together. In a romance novel, I feel like it's a little bit more acceptable because if they didn't kiss in the book, I'd be like, what was the description?
It's like it's a standalone novel, and they don't even kiss.
Novel, and she's built the tension outside the book. It's like,
like your new favorite spicy slow burn romance. you get a bit of spinning, and a 10-minute love confession, and that's it.
And that's it. No way. I need a little smooch. That is all of our, well, it's not all of our favorite tropes, but it's some of our favorite tropes. If you have some...
Share them with us.
If you have a favorite trope, let us know. If you hate any of these, please let us know.
This is just a little short and sweet episode whilst we actually get our brains going on another book to deep dive into.
Okay, thank you guys for listening to this episode. Please tune in. If you want to go see some more content, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We'll be posting some more content
because
there.
Reading is Sexy on the platforms.
On everything.
Yeah.
So you can go and find us. But thank you so much for listening. We love you all. And we will see you next week.
Yeah.
See you for episode 6.
Episode 6.
Bye.
Bye.